here, coming to you live from the north, way north, in Niagara Falls, Canada. And we're here on Clifton Hill, the tourism district of Niagara Falls. And we are standing in front of the Ripley's, believe it or not, here in Niagara Falls. Absolutely love visiting Ripley's, believe it or not. I've been to all the Ripley's, believe it or not, in the United States. I know this one is not in the United States, it is in Canada, but I visited this one as well a few years ago. But every time I travel around, I do like to pop back in to the Ripley's, believe it or not, just to see what is new, what has changed, what exhibits they've added. So I think today we're gonna check back in with Ripley's, believe it or not, Niagara Falls. So please follow me. Now, a lot of the Ripley's, believe it or not, the exterior of the building is meant to be zany. You can see it's a building here. It says Ripley Tower over there at the bottom, and you can see that it has fallen over. There's you can see the concrete that's been pulled up, and the car, the taxi floating there. Actually, it looks like the Empire State Building, complete with King Kong. And we're not in New York, but actually it's only about a 10-minute walk to New York, so I'll let it slide. Interesting display here in the front window. There's a man in a little tiny car with a snail on the front, the turtle pointing a fan at him. Interesting. Walk into the lobby here. See the tiny little Peel P50, little one-person car there. Here in front of the vampire woman, there's a hole in the ground. It says more than 28.9 miles of tunnels under the city of Niagara Falls carry water to the hydro plants. I guess there's all these water tunnels underground. It's one of the Ripley's tire animals here. This lion made completely out of shredded tires. Over here it says that hydropower provides 63% of Canada's electricity. That does not provide that much electricity in the United States, unfortunately. Here is the Cuban Eye Popper. Some information on him. Alvino Perez Matos from Cuba. Says he started Ripley's first auditorium in Chicago, 1933. His talent was that he could dislocate his eyes from their sockets at will. We have an automobile part robot there. Some Tibetan items in here, including a Buddha made out of nuts and washers. And here's our boy, 8'11", Robert Wadlow. You can see, how do you measure up to Wadlow? No one really measures up to Wadlow, but let's see where we fall on the Wadlow scale here. About, what is that? Clearly I'm under 6 feet. I think about 5'9", maybe? Oh, hey, look at that. Wadlow got tired of standing. He's taking a seat there. There's a camel bone carving, quite intricate and beautiful. And normally I'd feel bad for the camel whose bones were used, but keep in mind, if that camel had a chance, he would eat you and everyone you cared about. Here's the man known as the Lighthouse Man. He has a lit candle placed in his skull. He actually drilled a hole in his own head just so he could put a candle in it and light people's way. Got a desk here. Is there things in the drawers here? We got a fossilized fish. We got, oh, a Fiji Island cannibal fork. You don't want someone to eat your flesh with one of those. It's a Chinese monkey sword. I don't know if it's a sword for fighting monkeys or a sword to be used by monkeys. What's down here? Oh, okay. We don't need to see that. Some different Asian shoes. Here's the Chinese lily slippers that were meant to be worn by women who had bound feet. There's a picture of Niagara Falls made out of diamonds and jewels. The man himself, Robert Ripley, of all these old-timey radios here, and I guess you can actually hit the buttons to play the radios.
Hello, Bob. Last week you were telling us about the wonders of the world, but you forgot to tell about the greatest wonder of all.
What do you mean, the greatest wonder?
The lady. Tell us, what country has the prettiest woman?
Oh, that's a hard question, Arnie. You know, beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
These are shadow sculptures. Sculptures aren't necessarily to be viewed as they are made, but be viewed by their shadows. You can see how the faces are more clear there on the shadows, and how the elephants are projected over there on the wall. Here we have two bullets from the St. Valentine's Day massacre. That's pretty crazy. And then a Tibetan bone flute, it's a human bone turned into a musical instrument. And a carved cannibal skull, a lot of bones here at Ripley's. Cannibal skull there. These are Inuit sunglasses. Of course, when the sun blares on the snow, it can really be hard to see. So these are meant to cause narrow slits and not let all that sunlight in your eyes. These are Sarah Fulcher's shoes. Said that she ran over 11,000 miles for over a year and wore these shoes the whole time. You can actually look at the heels are really eaten away and completely gone. Ice skates for a one-legged man. Said that a prosthetic leg would screw into that wooden foot so that the man missing his foot could go ice skating. There's a fly swatter made from animal hair and a meteorite. It's a collection of belly button lint. I guess that's the belly button it comes from. And these are all the lint jars they use to save their navel fluff in. This is 1984 to 1993, so it does take a while to fill this up with belly button fluff. 1994 to 2000 and 2001 onward. I wonder if there's more belly button lint coming in the future. It's a toy rifle. It actually had a tree grow around it and eat the rifle, so it's actually stuck in the tree's mouth. It says, can you grab the jewel? We have this bookshelf here, and if you look in there, you can see there is a jewel floating. Jeez. Of course. It's a Monolophosaurus. This is a smaller cousin to the Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Until now.
Here we have some mammoth hair, along with a giant mammoth tooth. It looks to me that Ripley's has everything they need to clone a mammoth. So maybe the next, believe it or not, they'll have a live mammoth to greet guests. This is Ace of Spades, Omen of Death. You have this Ace of Spades that was given to Ripley's by the founder of modern Wicca. Says that fortune tellers see the Ace of Spades as a bad omen that means death. And then we have a Catholic exorcism kit, all the things you need to expunge Satan from a living body. With some little dishes, some holy water, some candles. Get those burning, splash a little holy water. Satan will be gone in no time. So of course the exorcism kit meant to expel Satan, meant to expel demons. And the vampire kit meant to expel the cursed vampires that walk the earth. The widow's finger chopper. It says in New Guinea, in some tribes, when a husband died, the widow would have two of her fingers chopped off. One of them would be buried with the husband, the other one made a necklace. So there's a human finger inside of there. It says, welcome to the green room. So we have a lot of the Ripley's characters standing around in here. Here's Eric Sprog, who transformed himself into a half-man, half-lizard-like creature. So these are like horn implants that you would get in your forehead. If you wanted horns, you get like these little nodules put under the skin. Can you roll your tongue? It says 65 to 81% of people on Earth can roll their tongue. So I can definitely roll my tongue. I can also do this. Watch this. Pretty cool, huh? Man, I'd love to meet Croco, the Crocodile Girl. Thomas Wetters is a sideshow performer in England. He had the longest nose ever recorded. The most famous sideshow performer of all time, Johnny Eck, who appeared to not have any legs. He also did some cool tricks like a one-handed handstand. Here's Walter Hudson, one time the world's largest man, but eventually he lost his title. Edward Hagner, the world's thinnest man, also called the living skeleton. You can see he does his little juggle act there. There is the long-necked woman. They would use coils to extend their neck, or at least appear to extend their neck. In reality, actually push down their shoulders. You can see an X-ray comparison of an average neck and then an elongated neck there. Here's a plate-lipped woman from the Umbangi tribe in Chad, Africa. Up here we have Alpius. He was an Egyptian dwarf who was actually found guilty of treason and forced to live in a bird cage, which is kind of mean. Even for committing treason, that's still pretty mean. Another one of the more famous sideshow performers, General Tom Thumb. There. Right there they have some circus leather gloves for a little person. There's a giant's wedding ring. This belonged to Gilbert Reichart, who is 8 foot 4 inches. Not as tall as Wadlow, but still an impressive showing. This is Francisco Latini. He was a Sicilian man who had 3 legs and apparently played soccer. I'd actually love to see some footage of him playing soccer. That's actually pretty insane.
Born with a body snapped up in a whip, Johnny accepted no labels or limitations.
Here's the contortion station. It says, "Are you a contortionist? Try to see if you can squeeze in the box." Oh my goodness. It says, "Contort at your own risk," which is actually really good, just life advice in general. Contort at your own risk. Here we have the smallest woman's clothing belonging to Lucia Zarette. There's one of Robert Wadlow's mighty shoes. And then these are the largest women's shoes. Not sure who they belong to though. You can see the masks there of some of the famed Ripley's characters. Some of these that weren't in the room were the Crocodile Man and the Gurning Man. And then the woman with the lock in her nose, that's the Cuban Popeye. And then the king with the golden nose there. It's a shooting gallery. And I point this out every time I'm here, but it bears repeating. So that possum, the possum down there, that used to be at the Guinness World Records Museum in Gatlinburg. And I actually used a photo of that before my current icon I use on YouTube. That was actually my icon on YouTube. So when the Carpetbagger channel started, that very possum there was my icon. They got some other crazy things here in the shooting gallery. An English man trap, giant trap used for catching a man. They have an 8-leg Siamese cow. I don't know, it's that deer there holding that bucket. Some very interesting things in this case here, including the 2-headed kitten, the 3-legged chick. And of course, we have a giant cow hairball. That's so big I can't even imagine a cow barfing it out, let alone one of these little 2-headed calves right here. It's a dog hair vest, which will probably keep you nice and warm, but will probably not smell so great when you go out in the rain. Oh, they have a legendary Robert Ripley penny smasher. Unfortunately, this one is temporarily out of service. This is an inconvenience. Here you have to guess which one of these creatures are the real deal. And I don't care what they say, I believe that the Fiji mermaid here is completely real. It says only 2 of these animals are real though. I mean, what do we got here? A salmon? We have the fur-bearing trout, which I also insist has to be real. And that's this big guy up here. So we gotta guess which two are real. So beaver's gotta be real, right? Real, albino beaver. So is Sasquatch real? Is Sasquatch real? Oh, okay. Sasquatch is real, but the Bigfoot footprint is fake. What about this delicious bass here? Oh, yeah, the fur-bearing trout. Oh, it says it's fake. It says it just combines a rabbit and a fish. Let's see. That's real. Albino trout is real. So that means this here is fake. This is a fake fish. Here we have some anthropomorphic squirrels. You can see the squirrel there getting ready to shoot an arrow into this squirrel's head. That's pretty mean because all he's doing is rafting. He's got his little peanuts there collected, and this squirrel's gonna shoot him in the back of the head with an arrow and take his peanuts. A unicorn deer skull, that's pretty cool. You can see the one antler growing from the forehead. Here's a wasp spider. It says this is a fake. It says it is made out of human hair. Here's a two-headed lamb, which is pretty adorable. Almost twice as adorable as a normal lamb. And I got the Cyclops pig right there. Very interesting. Oh, and the shawl here is made of beetle wings. See all the different beetle wings sewn into the shawl. Ripley's Cabin of Curiosities. They have, these are kind of the new high-tech displays they have where they display things on the outside. There's the echidna. People that played Sonic the Hedgehog may remember Knuckles the echidna right there. Two-headed, three-legged bird. Look at that. That is really crazy. You can see the head growing out of the back there with the three legs. Says that Chinese belief says that the three-legged bird represents the sun. There is a kiwi, interesting bird-like creature. Of course, I don't know, is the kiwi, what came first, the kiwi bird or the kiwi fruit? Is one named after the other? Philippine Island trophy skull. You can see there's a human skull tied onto some other animal's skull there. It's pretty crazy. It looks like it's a wild boar skull. There is a walrus skull there. You see that the tusks have been scrimshawed. Also, there's some whale eardrums down here. That is a whale's lip right there. It's got some scrimshawing on it. Some people just love carving on whales. We have a long-beaked crow. And some miniature egg portraits there. So, different artists on there. It's got Picasso, Da Vinci, Michelangelo, Van Gogh, and Salvador Dali painted on eggs. You can see these vampire bats with paintings on their wings. This one on top, it has Yang, the human unicorn, one of the famous Ripley's characters. And then there's the man with the golden nose as well. And the bottom one, it looks like it's just got like zombies painted on its wings. There's another bat there made out of human hair.
Yes, I did. I'm good.
Probably one of the weirdest things in any Ripley's is this right here. The goat bagpipes. It is a set of bagpipes just made out of a goat. The arms and legs have been removed and replaced with bagpipes. So crazy. These are cybugs. Bugs with cybernetic add-ons. That beetle has plain wings. This beetle has a helicopter blades on its top. And then we have a scorpion with tank treads. There's some wood faces in here. And then some crazy feats of whittling, like where they carve a piece of wood so that it has little balls inside of it, but it's all actually made out of just one piece of wood. There are birds carved from fungus. Actually very nice birds, given that they were carved from fungus. There's another fungus etching. Down there's a two-headed piglet. A porcupine fish. This here is a three-legged pheasant. And possibly most adorably, there is a unicorn lamb. A little baby lamb with a unicorn horn. Some very interesting necklaces in here. A pig bone necklace. A necklace made out of monkey teeth. Here is a taper toenail waistband made out of the toenails of a tapir. dogtooth necklace. And I might actually wear this one here, the Possum Jaw Necklace right there, made out of little tiny possum jaws. A fantasy coffin in here. It's a little Porsche that someone can be buried in. There's the bottom half of the Porsche. So you put the dead body in there, put the top half of the Porsche on it, and then you put that in a grave, and then you have someone buried in a Porsche. Tibetan skull, Tibetan ram skull, a headhunter carved skull there. Yeah, very spooky skulls and heads here. We have this is a Kiwi human skin mask that is actually made from human skin, which is pretty terrifying. Of course, it is a requirement, an edict even, that all Ripleys must have at least one shrunken head, known as a Sansa. There's more than one shrunken head here at the Niagara Falls Ripleys. This rotating one here actually freaks me out because I think this looks a little bit like me. Check out that hair there. I think this is what I would look like if someone cut off my head and shrunk it. Another shrunken head here. This one's got a cool little mustache. Collection of tribal masks here. A gallery here of microscopic art. All these stations are armed with microscopes that you can look at tiny art made in the heads of pins. Here we have a miniature P. Diddy in a needle's eye. Let's look in there and see if we can see. There he is. Can you see him? You see a little tiny P. Diddy there in the needle's eye? Here it is, legendary UFC fighters. Oh, you can actually see Brock Lesnar right there. You can notice by his tattoo on his chest. But let's check out the microscopic UFC fighters. Yeah, there they go. Look at them. Can anyone identify all of these UFC fighters? If so, leave a comment in the comments section. This one has a whole Miss Muffet tableau there. You see the spider coming to sit down beside her. Let's see if we can see that through the microscope. I don't know. Look really close. Can you see her tuffet? Here inside Neil's eye. The unbelievable Robert Ripley oddities, famous since 1918. Some really cool stuff in here. A mummified falcon. There is a Egyptian mummified cat head. There's a mummified human being head. These boxes here all have push buttons on them. Let's see what's inside. A tin can truck. Let's see what's here. What are we gonna see? Oh, statues made out of coal over here, and then Casket Company bronze paperweights over there. What do we got? Medieval torture devices. And what could be in here? Antique pistols. It says this doll belonged to the founder of modern Wicca, and it said it would burn this doll and it would hurt someone else. So that's almost the modern concept of what a voodoo doll is. There's a Allosaurus head and a African fetish hate god. See what's in this one right here. Oh, that's a good one. That two-headed calf skeleton. A piece of the Berlin Wall right there. Even more ominous these days with modern news. You can see a projection of someone breaking the wall there. Hopefully it stays broken. Looks like we enter here. Some exhibits down in this little cave. Now these are items that were mailed to Ripley's in an odd mail contest. I think we can pull on this here. Oh, that lights them up. We have a football that was mailed. We have Puss in Boots, some cats inside of boots. Someone mailed a lobster as well there. Dr. Ripley's steel-toed boots. Oh, that boot just crushed something. Oh, what was that? Let's see. Oh, there's a little man there being crushed by the boot. I'm confused. Let's see what's in this refrigerator right here. Oh, look at that. Oh, wow. You have a tin can chariot here. I guess that makes the audience cheer. It's a scrap metal motorcycle. We push that button. Oh, and there we go. Warning, high volume. Oh, that's loud. Have a pecan Minnie Mouse there, but you better watch out. There is a nutcracker eyeballing her. There's some sort of fan right here. Oh, who's that? There's a piece of Titanic coal there. So this is a piece of Titanic coal. I'll push the button there. Oh, it burns the coal. Burns that little piece of the Titanic coal. There's a ship wheel here. We can spin that. Oh, okay. We gotta spin this, and it takes the ship through the storm. This dog here is made entirely out of toys. You can see all the little tiny, little doll hairbrush there. Some squirt guns in his nose. It's a dress made out of book pages. And another dress made out of toilet paper. Have a Ripley's claw machine there. You can see all the animals are freak animals. Some two-headed rabbits. There's some two-headed parrots. It does appear this two-headed cow is just barely dangling right there. I don't know if we can grab him though, but we can sure try. All right, can we navigate this claw to grab that cow? Oh, I don't know that we can. Just take a grab at it, I guess. No, he's stuck right there where no one could grab him. So our payphone here is actually ringing. Let's Can you hear it? Can you hear it?
Don't answer the phone, even if it's me calling, man. Don't answer because.
Here is a Peruvian instrument, a stringed instrument made out of a armadillo, and this violin here is made out of a tortoise shell. These giant shark teeth over here, and then the poor shark victim over here, Rodney Fox, famous for having the world's grossest shark injuries. Here we can, in this room we can walk the tightrope across the falls. You can see me over here on the falls. I gotta get on the tightrope there, and then we will walk the tightrope over. Whoa. Gotta make sure my feet stay on the rope so I don't go plummeting to my doom in the falls. There we go, made it. And here's the simulation of Niagara Falls right here. You can see the water as it flows over the falls here. And then we can add a barrel and see what it's like. This barrel goes over the falls. So there's our barrel. Is it gonna survive? Oh, I don't know. I don't know if he made it. We have some junk art of Anna Nicole Smith. Oh, you can see former model Smith dies mysteriously. Some newspapers talking about the controversial aspects of her life. You can see things making up her hair. I can't believe it's not butter. You got a pill container that you use to put pills in. Little dog there made out of Q-tips. Well, it says Trim Spa Baby. She's the spokesman for Trim Spa. And then her dress there made out of pink objects, part of a pink flamingo. Other pink things there composing the Anna Nicole Smith artwork. And we have someone named Megan made out of push pins. Justin Bieber made out of candy. And a bottle cap art of Amelia Earhart. And we have Scrabble Frankenstein. This gentleman here taking a photo of his girlfriend over this way. Gotta watch out. Don't get in between. Don't ruin their photo by walking in the way. It would ruin everything and he wouldn't get a good photo of his girlfriend. This is one of those optical illusion rooms here. Okay, on this side of the room, I'm too big. My head touches the ceiling. When I walk over to this side of the room, somehow I become little tiny and helpless and I can't even reach the ceiling. We have this wire octopus here, this pop-top shark, and even this pop-top shark, if you look at it, he has a black eye, a dead eye, like a doll's eyes. It appears that we exit through the vortex tunnel. It'll be very disorientating to have the walls move in the way that they are moving. This is interesting. We have the original press kit for Mr. Ed, the talking horse, and then Vincent Price's shrunken head apple sculpture kit. Then here in the gift shop, we have some of these freak animals that were in the claw machine. That is a 6-legged pig. This is a 2-headed snake, a 2-headed parrot, 2-headed cow. What's this? This rabbit? Okay, 2-headed rabbit, and 2-headed turtle, and a 6-legged alligator. Then the Wadlow copter, a flying Wadlow, which for some reason they make Wadlow very short, which doesn't really make a lot of sense given that its most notable feature is his tallness. These shrunken head chalices there. And I do like this, believe it or not, back scratcher. So thank you for joining me here today at Ripley's Believe It or Not here in Niagara Falls, Canada. Always delightful to stop by and see what's going on at the individual Ripley's when I'm in the different tourist areas. If you like these videos, please subscribe. It'll help me out and it will let you know when new videos are here. If you want to help support the channel, consider donating to Patreon. $3 or more will get you a postcard once a month from me to you. Also selling a brand new enamel pin in the Etsy shop. All that information is in the description. You know that helps keep this train on the track, this boat in the water, this dirigible in the air. Until next time, my friends, this one's in the bag.